Hi, hi, hi. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just going to share the link. Okay. So it's funny how I'm an hour later than I used to do the stream, and yet I just made it, actually. I just made it. But anyway, so the new time is 9:30 for these Thursday streams. So at 9:30 I should be live on this channel. Yeah, Thursday evening. Yeah, so you can join. You can join them. You can join them. So welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think doing it at 9:30 is better for people who live maybe in North or South America. It's their afternoon, I think, so it's probably easier for them to maybe watch live at this time. People in Europe, it's later, so maybe it's too late for people to tune in live. So if it's too late for you or too early for you, then you can watch the recording of the meeting afterwards on YouTube. So yeah, so if you can't make it for 9:30 p.m, then yeah, you can watch it on YouTube later or the next day or whenever. So I tend to do about an hour. I tend to sit for a little while and then speak about the title of the talk, if there is one, and there is one this evening. And then I open for questions. And you ask questions, not through chat, but you ask questions through Skype. So you friend me on Skype, and then you can write questions, or you can say, "Can you call me, Rebecca?" And I'll call you during the hour. So just to pre-advertise as well, I'm going to be doing a Zoom meeting probably in 2 weeks. I think it will be the 14th. But I'll put a post about it on my Facebook and my website as well. I'll try and do that soon, but roughly it will be in 2 weeks. And I charge £5 for the Zoom meeting. £5 British, which isn't very much. It's a small token, but I do charge for the Zoom meetings. But these weekly meetings on YouTube are free. Yeah, so you're welcome to pay the £5 and come, or to not pay the £5 and to just watch and listen on YouTube. Whatever you feel, whatever the urges are, whatever happened. So I've called this evening's talk Is There Somewhere Else? I think. Yes. Is there somewhere else? And I've called it a meditation as well. I quite like that because it feels nice to call it that. Non-duality meditation. That's how it feels, like a meditation. Not as a practice, not as an activity, not as a doing to get somewhere, but as this, as a meditation, as a energetic resonation with this. That's what this is. I don't think of myself or see myself as a teacher. I haven't got a teaching. I haven't got a message really either. I don't know, but it's not a teaching. I'm not teaching. It's more a resonating of something, a resonating of freedom, a resonating of love, a resonating of that which isn't limited to thinking, isn't limited to an idea. There's something here beyond that, beyond thoughts, interpretations, language, labeling, feelings, moods. But it's not something currently widely spoken about or mentioned in mainstream society, education. It's not something that's openly spoken about. Unless obviously you're into these communities or these niche little groups that are talking about it. So the title is There Somewhere Else? And the obvious answer, obvious as in this arena of non-duality, is there somewhere else? The answer is no, of course not. Of course there's nothing else than what's happening. And if you spoke that to somebody who isn't in this arena, who hasn't heard of non-duality or a similar subject, that would sound completely like just crazy to say or suggest that there isn't anything else than what's happening. There isn't somewhere else. There isn't tomorrow. There isn't the next moment. There isn't a future. There isn't a past. That would be crazy. And of course, you wouldn't really say that in conversation anyway, but hypothetically, if you did say that, then you'd be met with frowns and looks of because time is such a accepted reality. Future is such an accepted idea that this is moving through time. Like, we collectively forget that time is a made up thing to help us to organize and to function. We don't seem to remember that time only appears as a thought, as an idea. It becomes so real, this idea of time. It becomes so real, that thought of time, that thought of the next. And it isn't just a mental concept or a mental idea. Energetically, on the bodily level, there's that assumption, that belief in time. Like, it really is joined, the thoughts and the feelings. Like, it's really the body. It's really, we hear of mind and body, that are really connected. I'm not sure which one appears first, thoughts and then feeling, or feeling and then thought. It could be either, but generally they have seemed to appear together. There's a thought and a feeling comes, or there's a feeling and there's a thought that comes with it. So to the mind and to the body, time exists. It's been so caught up in it, in that dream of time, that imagination of time. The idea of somewhere else. Particularly in a developed country, like, it's very much about time, being productive, the next project, the next thing. This agitation with just what's happening, the moment of being. Like, so much suppression of feelings, of experiences. And so to keep that suppression, to keep that stuff repressed or suppressed, there has to be this constant going to the mind, this constant identification with thinking, with stories of who I am, where I'm heading, who others are, what problems there are. How can I fix it? What's the next thing? And of course there's that functioning, so there has to be that functioning of time, that functioning of the mind, the intellect, imagining future and past. In functioning, there has to be that to be able to function, to plan, to imagine, to create. So it isn't about that stopping completely or eradicating that. But it's like a seeing through that mental reality, as if it's a truth, as if it's really what's happening. As if thoughts are really what's happening. So without the mind and the body saying there's something wrong, there isn't anything wrong. Doesn't mean you don't put out the fire or go to the bank and pay the electric bill. Of course, things go wrong or problems arise to be sorted out. It's not quite saying that. It's these things are taken care of. The functioning happens. What's being spoken about is and this is really tricky to communicate, but what's being spoken about is a discovery of what you are without someone discovering it, a revealing of what you are without there being a revealer, a relaxing back into this, or a disappearance back into this. A surrendering back into this without a surrenderer. It's not a someone doing that surrendering or somebody doing that relaxing back in. It's a happening. It's a happening, which I know sounds very frustrating to a doer, to the mind that wants to do activity. but it's something that's happening beyond this dream, fictitious idea of a person, idea of you. Like it's inevitable. It's all that can happen. There can't be a getting out of this. So right here, right now, there is freedom. There is life happening. And this is all there is. Okay, so I'll just check on Skype. Any questions? Oh, that's nice. That's a nice picture. Hi. Hi, Lucas. Hello, nice to hear you. Nice to hear from you. I'm trying to find a way to lower the volume on Skype, but I can't seem to find an option for that. Speakers are quite low. I'm not sure. So there are no questions, so I'm just going to leave it for a while and see if anyone wants to ask anything. So all that's happening is what's happening. No matter what that is. Uncomfortable feelings, uncomfortable thoughts. Just as I put the laptop down. Yes, Lucas, you can say a few words. Make sure my camera is. Are you going to call in? Do you want me to call you? Or do you want to write? Oh, he's calling.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, what I want to say today, now I see the power of your stream, like so big power, like never before.
Yeah.
Because sorry for my language.
That's okay. That's fine.
I feel like I see how big is power of your energy of this video after extremely hard day.
Yeah.
I think that was one of my hardest day.
Yeah.
Maybe not all day, but last few hours maybe in work, because so many phones, how to say, so many speeches and clients.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And they was, you know,
yeah,
extremely not calm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And going to your video is like instant calm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I was talking like this before, but this is a new level for me.
Yeah.
To going from not calm to calm.
Yeah. It must be really hard working a call center on the phones all day.
Yes.
Yeah. I can imagine how stressful it must be.
It depends, because I am in this 5 years.
Okay.
And this is everyday joy, but there are sometimes are moments when clients are not normal, because the time is not normal. All these things on the world, and in Poland now. So what I want to say, it's because maybe you are not conscious how powerful are your streams. I don't know.
Yeah,
this is like
it's not. Yeah, it's not really my streams that is powerful. It's this moment, this freedom. It's not particularly the stream or any talk. It's actually what's being pointed to is totally free and totally without limitation or anything. So it's totally powerful or free. And maybe being at work all day and all the customers and all the emotions around customers and then being upset or whatever you're dealing with in your job, maybe having to be in that all day and then and hearing a talk like this pointing to that which is always free, the contrast is so extreme, maybe it stands out a bit more.
Yeah, because now I talking maybe not about oneness and all the sides of oneness. Last time I just like the calm like not mystical, the normal calm, like sitting down and I talking about relaxing.
Yeah.
Because maybe your streams is not only about relaxing. I know, because you say that everything is oneness, relaxing, not relaxing. But when I searching for relax, it's here.
Yeah. Well, in a way, it is about. In a way, it is about relaxing. It is about relaxing, not like you relaxing as a person, but like not you relaxing, but it is ultimate. It is ultimate relaxation. What you are is totally free. So in a way, it is that.
I talking about simple relaxing, because there is also the relaxing behind all this stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I like the empty streets now. There are empty streets, and I feel this is the best energy for me. I feel so. I don't know. There is no minds.
Yeah.
No empty streets, no minds, and I feel bliss. I feel bliss now when I talk walking. Yeah, and this bliss is with me all day when I'm not anymore. So.
Sorry, when you're not what? Sorry, when you're not at work. What's that?
Yeah. Yes. All the other moments, I feel bliss, because so people are in houses, lockdown.
Yeah.
Street. I go in street, and this is like, I don't know, heaven for me.
Yeah. I understand that. Yeah. I think maybe people on the streets kind of implies activity, busyness, judgments, relationships, which are always kind of that sense of stress or activity, or maybe no people on streets means more relaxation, less interaction, less problems, less activity. Yeah. I'm also really enjoying this lockdown period as well. I'm quite enjoying it. We're in a higher tier at the moment in Nottingham. We're in a higher they call it a high tier, like a high level of seriousness apparently this week. So we're having stricter lockdown measurements happening. But yeah, I've been enjoying it, to be honest. So how often are you working? Are you full-time working or part-time?
5 days in week.
Okay.
And 8 hours.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. And do you enjoy the job other than the stressful phone calls? Do you enjoy parts of it that aren't so stressful?
I think the 5 years was okay. It was joy about the scoring. I mean, I selling something. I looking for numbers. It was some kind of joy.
Yeah.
It was better than any other job, because the physical on the cold, that was. There was a time I was in job when they beating pig.
Yeah, they're beating a pig.
Pig, yes. In other room.
Okay.
And I was in the room. I wasn't see the pigs, but to my hands going all what inside.
You were. I just see you doing this movement inside the pig, or in the room, or.
I think that was the parts, all the parts of pig.
Oh.
Inside.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You'd handle all the organs and things.
Yeah, and that was a few parts. And
yeah.
My job was to how to say
cut. Oh, cut.
Yeah, cut to few parts.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was blood. That was very fast.
Wow. Yeah.
Very fast. Yeah.
Wow, like a mechanical job, cutting all the parts and just.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, it's really harsh. Yeah. So you left that job and went to your new job. Yeah, it's a lot better doing this job.
Yes, when I remember the oldest, this is.
yeah. When you compare it to what you used to do, yeah, it's a.
But non-duality in this job.
Yeah.
My changes. I can think about my job like a few eras, a few I don't know chapters.
Okay.
Because there was a time I was so deeply in non-duality.
Yeah.
That I really felt like I talking to myself only. And everything. This is true that everything happened itself, but everything happened itself every time. But sometimes I just hear the people, like not people, but some flow of sounds only.
Yeah.
There was a time there was no feeling of speaking with some people, but there was sounds, some, I don't know, the crazy perspective. Yeah, now when I talking with people, I feel some kind of how to say separation. Now I see some separation. There is me, there is someone else.
Yeah.
But this feeling of totally no separation, I was also having my work, and in this time, that was the most easy work.
Yeah.
Because there was.
yeah. Just life, life happening and job happening.
Yeah. But that was from a few months, and then appearing some feeling of separation, because separation is also true. There is some separation. There is one source and many people.
There's separation in the mind, so the mind can separate things and say me and you and this and that and over there and here. So there's separation in the mind, but in actuality, in experience right now, we're separation. Without that mind labeling it as, where's separation? There's just what's happening.
Yeah.
There's just full-on life appearing the way it's appearing, and it isn't cut into two parts, into this and that. There's just this. There's just what is.
Yeah. Richard Sylvester was says the word. What do you think about this? That this is seeing through the. This is seeing the duality through the non-duality, something like that.
Yeah.
You see duality through the non-duality.
Yeah. And then in that seeing, there isn't no duality.
Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah. So that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I like non-duality especially because when I, for example, saying now something, I know this is what must be. This is what should be.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
I don't think is it good. Maybe too many minutes or too short.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. It can't be any way other than the way it's appearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best in this message.
Yeah, it's a really joyous message. It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
That life is happening. Yeah. Oh, thank you for speaking and for expressing that.
Yeah. Thank you for your stream.
Yeah.
For the time.
Okay.
So good night.
Yeah. You too. Good night, Lucas. Bye. Oh. I see. Richard. Hi, Richard. So is there any last minute questions? Then it's a good time to ask them now, seeing the time is nearly 10:30. Okay, so there's no more questions. That's really beautiful. I'm back next Thursday at the same time, 9:30 p.m. So you're welcome to join then for another meeting. Always different names for it: talk, meeting, satsang, meditation. Maybe that's it. Stream, broadcast, live show. Thank you. See you next week. Bye.